I'm here because I am a roaring lion crying out righteousness. You know, T.D. Jakes is one of the biggest con artists the world has ever seen. And he, like the snake that accosted Eve and told her that, you know, woman, you can do what you want to do. You don't have to listen to what God said, which I think, I mean, why would anybody go for that? But Eve went for it. Adam went for it. I don't know if he went for that in that under those kind of, if you will, structure. But T.D. Jakes came out years and years and years ago with Woman Thou Art Loose. I knew then when I first heard it, I didn't even know who he was. When I heard that, I knew that was the devil himself. And at one point I saw men up in Harlem wearing a tote bag. This is going back about 20 years ago. Men in Harlem with a tote bag talking about Woman Thou Art Loose. Men carrying T.D. Jakes' tote bag. And he was selling plenty of them. The boys made a whole lot of money. I want to ask you a question. I mean, if there are the spiritual people out there, y'all know what's happening to Jakes now, right? I don't think his church is going to desert him, but he's lost his credibility. There are people going to come everywhere because they never came because they thought T.D. Jakes was a man of God in the front. Everybody knew he's a motivational speaker, makes people feel good. And the church is large, got a lot of people, got a lot of energy, got a lot of music, got a lot of come on, somebody. Come on now. Let me hear somebody. I can't hear you out there. Come on, somebody. Well, there are people that love that kind of nonsense. They love that kind of phonyism, right? And then they love to go there. It's like that weekend entertainment. So they're not good. I don't think they're good. But Jake has lost his authority. He can't show his face any respectful people. Even people that are homosexuals themselves said, Jake, you got busted, man. And though we run around talking about same-sex marriage being wonderful and homosexuality being, you're born that way, everybody knows that's a farce. Jake, the fact that you got busted having sex with Puff Daddy and then paying men to sex you up at $20,000 an hour, you lost your credibility, boy. So he'll fade. The people will hang around for a while, but he's through. They hung around with Eddie Long for a while, but he went ahead and committed suicide, I believe. But it's all over. So I want to ask a question. So Jake had all this money, right? $10 million house there in Dallas, right? $40 million church building. I don't believe it cost that much, but that's what he said. Writing books being sold in Walmart and sitting down with long-legged Mac Daddy Obama. Was it worth it? Look at that. What kind of look at that? Will you look at that nonsense? Anyway, but Jakes is now branded as a insatiable appetite of a homosexual man. And it's over with for him. He has no authority. I mean, even other homosexual preachers who have not come out the closet, have not been revealed, ain't gonna have, they can't stand, it's over with. So I'm going to ask you, young preacher out there, this preacher of a small time church, was it worth it? And the other thing is that to stand in the pulpit with your dirty mouth, what it is to be, have you ever been swallowed? Have you ever been swallowed? Have you ever swallowed? Stand in the pulpit with that dirty mouth. I don't know how anybody, I know people probably want to help you. They feel sorry for you. They want to pray for you, Jakes. But you got a dirty mouth, boy. And Cassie Ventura put it in a complaint that you and Puff Daddy were being sexed up by men, male sex work. Anyway, so I want to talk about the blood of T.D. Jakes, and I'll be right back. Don't go anywhere. I'm not through with y'all yet, so hang tight. T.D. Jakes has sex with 4 other men in Puff Daddy's party. Those men, listen to me, when you understand how vile homosexuality is, those men, those male prostitutes, inject their semen into the blood of T.D. Jakes. Now, when they inject themselves, and again, if this bothers you, if it disturbs you, I don't mean to be ugly here, but I have to teach, and I'm going to be as delicate as I can. But if somehow or another it bothers you, I'm asking you, please forgive me, Pastor Mann. Please forgive. But when a man has sex with another man and you reach what is called, and I guess in sexual intercourse, a climatic state, and you make an injection or ejection, that is the cream of the blood that comes from a man. He presents the cream of his blood. And then that semen that it is referred to then goes into the blood system of the person to whom it is ejected. And many times it can make a woman pregnant because the semen is so powerful. It's the cream of the blood. It is like the cream of milk. It is the cream of blood. And it goes into the blood system. So when you see T.D. Jakes standing in the pulpit, he has got the blood of many male prostitutes in him standing up there preaching. So when you got that much of mingled and mixed blood, listen, Moses wrote in the law, everybody. Now, Moses wrote in the law, do not mix the races. Do not mix the blood. Don't let your daughter marry someone who is not a Jew. Don't let your son marry someone who's not of the Jewish blood. Do not mix the blood. Do not mix the blood. Do not mix the blood. But T.D. Jakes, and not just him, a whole lot of others out there, men that are in leadership. Eddie Long died because of poisoned blood. But when T.D. Jakes let 4 men inject their blood into him, he can't wash that off of him. He can't take a bath and get rid of that. That's in his blood. And by the way, I've taught for years, I've told young women of our church, don't let men inject their blood into you. Men that are crazy, men that are diseased, men that have psychological issues, men that are criminal in their spirit. Well, if they inject, if you let those men, and I told a young girl, sleeping with a whole lot of different men, because every time they inject their blood into you, that blood then gets into your system and stays and mixes with your blood, and you get a blood transfusion. I don't know how many blood transfusions T.D. Jakes has had from other men or male prostitutes, and been doing it for years. Has probably got so much contaminated blood. He's probably got the blood of a psychopath in him. He's probably got the blood of a mass murderer in him. He's probably got the blood of a thief or a liar. T.D. Jakes has let men inject their blood into his blood system. And every time he opens his mouth, the blood that powers his tongue is powered by the blood of a psychopath, powered by the blood of a mass murderer. Every time he touches you, or the sweat that is produced on his body, when T.D. Jakes lays hands on anybody, and the sweat that is produced from his body also carries, if you will, part of the blood of the psychopaths, of the crazy men, of the mass murderer men, or the pinch-nosed Negro men that have injected their blood into T.D. Jakes. Every time he lays hands on you, he's putting that blood on you. He's putting his hands on you. He's putting the blood of those men that have been injecting their dirty blood into him for years. They've been injecting that dirty blood into him for years. And then he stands up in the pulpit and he lays his hands on people and puts the sweat that comes from the blood of those psychopathic men onto the so-called Christian. It is a scream. It is an absolute scream. And anybody, let me tell you something, a man who is a homosexual, stay away from them, because you don't know whose blood. You don't know if they got the blood of Charles Manson or Jeffrey Dahmer. You don't know if they got the blood of Jeffrey Epstein. If they're homosexual, stay clear of them, because you don't want to tangle with that blood that's in them. And the same thing with lesbian women who drink the blood of other women. Lesbian women drink the blood of other women. They drink it by the bottles full. They drink it by the bags full. They drink other women's blood. They do. And they've got wild and crazy psychopathic women transferring their blood into them as well. This is madness. This is madness. And the church, and one of the reasons why I would say that the Muslims have a higher calling and are closer to God, closer to ATLAH, and there'll be more Muslims in heaven than Jews, is because many of the Jewish people have now gone ahead, especially in Jerusalem, but here in America as well, have gone ahead and accepted homosexuality as a way of life, knowing that Moses said, don't mingle the blood. Don't mingle the blood. But T.D. Jakes has mingled the blood with literally countless men. I don't know how many men. And not just him, but the others out there, Tyler Perry, Al Sharpton, Barack Hussein Obama, Eric Adams, they all got other men's blood. And then, of course, you got the women who drink from the fountain, the women who drink from a woman's fountain. They drink the blood of the women's, and they got all that crazy, crazy blood in them, that crazy blood in them. So T.D. Jakes says now it's been revealed who he is and what he is, but our engineer found this photo of T.D. Jakes sitting on a table with a man behind him. Now, I don't want to say what this suggests. What's the name of that book that's in their hand? Fantasy? It was Destiny. Don't that look sick to you? I mean, what woman, what man can call, somebody might find this a bit racist. It is not intent to be. God knows it isn't. T.D. Jakes looks like a chimpanzee, doesn't he? I mean, look at him. You can call that racist, and if it's offending you, if you think I'm racist, I'm not. I'm just truthful. But what man, even what homo would expose himself like that with a man right at his rear end, right at his, right at his who would do that? And T.D. Jakes have been putting these kind of antics with all kind of robes, putting on red suits like the devil. He's been putting these kind of antics down in Texas for years. For years he's been putting these kind of antics. The man's a psychopath, a sex psychopath. But you got a lot of people who go to that church and watch online who are also sex psychopaths. They know that something's wrong. They know that man ain't clean. I'm going to say this again. I don't care if it offends you or not. I do declare before God, sitting there like that, it looks like a chimpanzee that lost his hair, a monkey. Now, you can say what you want. You can say that's racist if you want. But that is ugly. As ugly as it gets.